I'm not going to yell. I'm not going to make a scene. I'm not even going to get mad. I'm just going to proceed to end the relationship. Sometimes in situations like this, when women get mad, it's because maybe they've had a feeling that some shit has been going on, but their partner has gaslit them into thinking that everything's fine, nothing's happening, you need to calm down. And then boom, all of a sudden they get hit in the face with undeniable evidence. Everything that they've been thinking this entire time is true.
Listen to Jules. Her video is it tagged in my caption. I swear, some of the most embarrassing and only regretful moments that I have are the ones where I let men see how mad I was at the BS they were doing. It's not that I don't think that anger is a good thing, rage is a good thing, especially because women are really discouraged from showing it, or even letting ourselves be mad. And then it's even worse if you're a black woman because of the whole stigma of angry black women and the racism tied into that. Even as a white woman, I am encouraged to just not be angry at men. And if I am mad at men, it's because I'm crazy, right? Created a whole fake science around women being crazy because they're sick of men's BS. Put us in like mental institutions. By the way, I'm making sure that this man on a bike does not come back and start staring at me. These are not on. These are just so he won't come talk to me. Don't you just love being a woman in public? But you know, even though I think so many men deserved me like telling them off and getting mad at them, here's the thing. Men love drama. So many men want to see women get so angry because that means they still care. So one of the things that I've realized is even in that abusive relationship, I'm not victim blaming myself here. I'm just saying one of the worst parts of recovering from that, the hardest parts of recovering from that is forgiving myself because I always knew this man was bad news. I knew he's bad news before I even started dating. I ignored my intuition. I knew. I'm not saying all women know, but I knew. The writing was on the wall and I was like, yeah, but like he eats like really well. That's the worst that could happen. I literally remember saying that to myself when I was like, God, I got a text from him and I was like, wow, this sounds like some whiny gaslighting BS. I don't want to date a man who sends texts like this. And then that other thought was like, well, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Like, you're not going to marry the dude. You know, the worst that could happen, he could grape me multiple times and almost unalive me. So, you know, I'm lucky I'm alive. Today is actually the anniversary of me leaving that relationship 9 years ago. As much as I'd love to take all that anger out on him, what I've realized is that a lot of it's anger at myself. Like, I'm not discounting everything he did. It made me question myself constantly, but my intuition was consistent. Like, this doesn't feel right. This isn't right. I deserve better. That little whisper. And I ignored it. Shh, no, he eats this really well. It's fun. It's exciting. You're being judgmental. You're being too harsh. You know, you always leave relationships. You know, you're a committophobe. You know, don't you want to break old patterns and be, you know, not run away? Like, I literally used all the things that I've been trying to work on to justify staying in a terrible relationship. That's why sometimes, like, knowing yourself very well doesn't mean you're not going to repeat the same patterns. Because you're, you know, that voice in your head, it's brilliant. It went to Harvard Law and speaks in a bullhorn, and it's like, yeah, but you're big, right? That voice was so, but the intuition is quiet, it's wise, is all-knowing, and it knows you deserve more. And I consistently gaslit that voice. I consistently said, shh, no, this is fun. It's okay. What about him? I'm so worried about him. What will he do without me? What will he do without me? Literally move on to another woman before I even left him. He was cheating. And so, be careful about letting these men see your rage. A lot of them get off on it. They want you to be pissed. They know that you being pissed means you actually care. Even if you do care, don't give them that satisfaction. One of the most liberating things that I learned to do was walk away and never talk to them again. I don't need to send that long paragraph being like, you didn't appreciate me, la 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 la. Even the guys that I didn't even, you know, the situationship guys, breadcrumb guys. It is so, you have your integrity intact when you're like, nope, I'm not dealing with this. Bye. And just don't ever talk to them again. It's not dramatic, but that's what they want, drama. They've been calling us drama queens for so long when they're the drama queen. The reason why, and we look crazy. That's the thing. When we go off on them and do like, you know, want to like burn their house down, First of all, we put ourselves in danger of getting in legal trouble, but we also ruin our own reputation with this crazy behavior. People are going to think we're the crazy ones, even though they're the ones who've been doing all of this lying and betraying and gaslighting. We look crazy, and that's exactly what they want too. They get to look like the nice guy, the good guy, you know, like the crazy ex. How many of us are the crazy ex? Some man, because he did a bunch of BS, we put up with it, and then we finally snapped. That's why if they have like not into drama on their dating profile, huge red flag. They're the drama. And so I'm not saying don't get mad. I'm not saying don't let that rage out, because you do need to, but I would do it in private. I would do it, punch those pillows, go to one of the, like, do whatever you need to do, scream and yell in private, get that rage out, because it is justified. But a lot of it is at ourselves. Yes, it's towards them, but a lot of it is like, God, how could I betray myself like that? You know? And that's honestly, forgiving myself was the hardest part of that whole ordeal. Giving myself for staying at all, much less as long as I did, for staying so long that I almost died. I didn't leave earlier. All those things, all that anger is really, really, at the end of the day, is towards myself. I was so mad that I even dated him, because I knew before we started dating he was a liar and a parasite. But he was really good at manipulating me, and I was really good at centering his voice over my own safety. His lies, his blah, 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 his eating skills over my integrity, my safety, my emotional well-being. And that took a long time to forgive. I think there's still a little judgment and anger there still, but for the most part, I've forgiven myself. So if you feel like going off, if you feel like destroying their property, ask yourself, is it really that you're that mad at him? Or is it that you are so mad that you believed him over yourself? If that's the case, work that out with yourself, because these men get off on making us nuts. Indifference hurts so much more than hatred. Give them indifference. Cut off access. Don't let them see your rage. They will only use it against you. And then you'll feel really embarrassed.